What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? It's I, Winnie Brenty. Welcome to my channel. If you're a newbie, if you're an oldie, it's so good to see you again. Woo, hold on, I got some dry lips. Whoa, nah. Definitely can't be crying on camera with dry lips, because I know I'm already on camera with dry skin, but there's a reason for that. Okay, much better. Now, I know, guys, I haven't put out a video in a couple of weeks now. You lot know me already. I do like to take breaks from time to time when I'm either going through something or I just feel like I just need some me time. And one thing that I feel like, okay, now my hands are dry. Okay, never mind. Anyway, one thing that I feel like is not really spoken about is the fact that some of us creators, especially, for example, me being a small YouTuber, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I am not content creating full-time. I actually work a 9 to 5 full-time. I'm also on YouTube, as you know. And one thing that I haven't mentioned is I also now have a new podcast as well. I will put the link to that in the description section below. It's called Henny No Chaser, and it's by me and another beautiful woman called Miss Coco, and it's basically raw, unfiltered, mature woman talk. So I feel like you guys can hear the cars and buses going past my house. If you can, I'm so sorry. So basically, in regards to the podcast, yeah, it's raw, unfiltered, mature woman talk. We talk about various things from relationships to bullying to body issues to depression to sex. So definitely tune into that if that is something that you can handle. And also, when you do tune in, please do let me know your thoughts. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at in my life. So what happens is sometimes things can become overwhelming. Maybe my full-time work can kind of take over and it makes me exhausted, so then I don't have time to film. Or maybe sometimes I end up spending a lot of time at the studio recording for my podcast or editing my podcast or whatever it may be. So, you know, all of these things has a part to play as to why I may not always be on YouTube consistently. So today's video, I'm currently filming this video. I hope I'm not looking naked, because hopefully my camera's capturing it, but I do actually have on an African wrap. Just come out of the shower, and today's Valentine's Day as I'm filming, so I thought whilst I'm getting ready, well, I'm not going to do my makeup and stuff, but just before I get ready to go out and link up with my girls, because we're going to go watch Queen and Slim. I've heard some amazing things in regards to that. Why not, basically, as I'm putting my face mask on, just kind of give you guys an update as to why I have kind of disappeared for the past few weeks. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. Right, so it's Revolution's Pink Clay Detoxifying Mask. I bought this Fire Boots in December, and I literally bought it just because it was on offer, and I actually had no idea that Revolution even did clay mask. But I've been using it since December, and I've got to say I absolutely love it. It's a brilliant clay mask. I usually use it twice a week, and I leave it on anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. And I do feel like it's really helped out in terms of like bringing any kind of pimples out for me to get rid of, and it's not drying as well. So yeah, I'm one of those people, when I'm putting on a clay mask, I don't use a brush. I like to get really intimate and use my fingers, deal with it. Right, so in regards to why I have not been on YouTube, I'm looking down because I got my mirror right here, in case you're thinking, why am I not looking at you? In regards to why I haven't been on YouTube the past couple of weeks, a lot's been happening. So obviously, like I said already, my podcast, amongst other things. Some of you that are quite observant as well would have noticed that I took down one of my vlogs. I had a vlog for my 30th birthday, which included somebody that I was with at the time. That's gone down. The reason for that is pretty simple. We're no longer together. Is that gonna be the first and the last time that I do a vlog involving a partner? Probably not, but I think in future when I do vlogs and it may involve a potential partner, for me, I'm gonna have to truly feel that it's a serious thing, because I don't want to be one of these cliche content creators where every single time they've got a partner, the partner's featured in pictures, vlogs, and then a couple months later it's gone. That's not really what I'm about. I'm normally not that type of person. However, shit happens, you live and you learn from it. So in regards to that, I just want to say anything I do say in this video as well, it's not to bash anyone. Like, the purpose of this video is not to bash anyone whatsoever. I'm not somebody that comes online to bash people. That's not what I do. Why does it look like on camera like I'm putting shaving cream all over my face? But anyway, that's not what I come on here to do. I just felt like it was important for me to basically do this video. Now, as a lot of you, unless you're obviously new and you're unaware, know, I am 30. I'm a 30-year-old woman, yeah? And I come from Ghana. So my family's from Ghana, which means I'm from Ghana. I'm just British born, that's it. I feel like, generally speaking, when women get to, I can't talk for every single culture, by the way, because I don't know, it's just my experience. I feel like when women get to, I can say, I can't speak for every single West African. I kind of don't want to say West Africans because it might be different for other people. But speaking for me, I feel like when I hit about 25-ish, the question of, okay, where's my boyfriend? Like, when am I thinking to settle down, kids and stuff like that, was a reoccurring theme. Now, unlike most women, up until now, me being age 30, gonna be 31 this year, I'm not even ashamed about it because I don't care about societal pressures when it comes to women. I've noticed that being an African woman, a West African woman, at that Ghanaian woman, it's the continuous question of, oh, so you don't want to marry? Oh, so you're not serious about finding a boyfriend? Oh, you know, when are you going to get a boyfriend? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to give me grandchildren? Blah, blah, blah. And it is a repetitive theme. Like, honestly, I can say in a month, my mom will ask me this question at least 3 times every month. And obviously, the older I get, the worse it now becomes. Now, for me, even when I was in my last relationship, my mom was actually unaware, because I personally felt that it's very important. I feel like I'm talking so much here. My clay mask is actually drying down before I can add more to it. Yeah, for me, without revealing too much, I think that a lot of men are under the assumption that almost every woman is in a rush to settle down just for the sake of settling down. Sorry, I need to wash my hands. Okay, I'm back. Great. So I've even forgotten where I was up to. But anyways, I feel that obviously as a 30-year-old woman that's single, I don't have any kids, I feel like as a black African woman at that, there's a lot of pressure from outside factors as to when am I going to marry, when am I going to have kids, womb watchers, yada yada, X, Y, and Z is doing X, Y, and Z, why are you not serious about settling down? Now, first of all, it's like, well, is it me that's going to marry myself? Then it's like, second of all, if I wasn't the person that I am, I would just literally just stay in relationships just so that I could eventually get married, even though I may not potentially be 100% happy, even though that person may not be for me, just to shut everybody else up, get married, have kids, and have everybody else around me smiling, when meanwhile I'm very unhappy and bored inside. I'm not that person. However, my hands are so dry. However, I absolutely understand why some women would feel pressured into doing so, because of all the pressures that they have to deal with, people talking in their ear, and culture, and in African culture, blah blah blah. And then there's that whole thing of women constantly being reminded that they have a time clock. You have a time clock, it's better for you to have kids as early as possible, and blah blah blah. And then there's also the assumption, that one wants to get married. There is the assumption that one wants to have a child. People really do kind of forget that everybody wants different things in life. Not everybody wants to get married. Not everybody wants to have kids. There are some people that may not even want to even be in a long-term relationship. Maybe they just want to be in open relationships or quick relationships here and there. Each to their own. However, I'm very much under the assumption that I feel like there are some guys out there that think because a woman is of a certain age, they can basically kind of get into situations or relationships with them, I should say, and they'll basically be able to get away with murder because she's now of a certain age where she's ready to settle down and she's ready to marry and have kids. So in other words, I feel like there are a lot of men that feel that these women are just gonna endure rubbish just to say that they have a man, because these women, well, in their heads they're thinking that these women are not going to be afraid to basically be vocal or eventually end things and just find someone better. Let's be all the way 100. It doesn't matter how strong you are as a woman, or even as an individual, we all want some form of companionship. However, I think where people get their wires crossed is there are people like myself who, yes, we do want companionship. Yes, we do eventually want to experience real love. We do want to settle down. We do want to be in a long-term and happy, prosperous relationship. But we don't want companionship from just any and anybody. It needs to make sense. It needs to be of substance, and that goes both ways. There is the saying that I hear all the time, from certain men or certain individuals or society in general, that, you know, things like a happy wife, a happy life. I do believe in that. If you keep your woman happy, then life is easy. But I do feel like, generally speaking, that goes both ways. And what I've learned, generally speaking, is you can be a very giving person. You may seem like a hard nut to other people on the outside, but when you're in a relationship, you're very giving, you're very loving. You want your partner to know that you do care about them. You do things to show and let them know how you feel about them. However, if your partner is not reciprocative of how you are and what you're showing them or what you do for them, or if your partner is doing things to make you unhappy, to make you feel some type of way, and you've expressed this and there's just no emotional intelligence, there's no emotional sensitivity, they are belittling your viewpoints and how you feel, I don't care how old you are, but that doesn't sound like something that serves any purpose, to be honest. That's just how I see it. I believe that when it comes to relationships and stuff, nobody's perfect, period. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of flaws. Everybody has flaws. Nobody in this life is perfect. However, what I do believe is important in a relationship is that both parties should be able to put in the work. You know, both parties need to put their ego and their pride aside. Both parties need to learn to communicate. It can't be one person is very vocal and another person is passive aggressive, and rather than them talking to you and letting you know what is up, they would rather open up to random people online on social media. They would rather, we're living in an era where a lot of things to me don't even make sense. The fact that, for example, something may be wrong in your relationship and you're being asked by your partner, what is troubling you, talk to me so that I can fix this. Your partner's telling you everything's fine, but meanwhile they're very happy and open to be throwing up indirects on social media, talking to strangers about it, talking to any and anybody that will listen about it apart from you. For me, yeah, that within itself doesn't make sense. So in my world, I keep hearing, oh, you're 30, you're gonna be 31 this year. I know how old or how young I'm going to be turning. However, unlike most people, or maybe there are other women that feel that way, I'm not going to just be with somebody for the sake of being with somebody. Yeah, and having that mindset that by a certain age you need to be with somebody will have you staying in relationships, or have you entertaining friendships, or have you even dating people that you know within yourself they're not the correct person for you. I think one of the main things that I've learnt since coming out of my last relationship, for me personally, is that it's very silly to keep on dating the same kind of people. And when I say the same kind of people, that can be a variety of things. It could be you have a certain type, for example, physically wise or whatever. It could be, I'm actually gonna say a particular country. It could be that you have a thing for dating men of a particular kind of country, men that do maybe a certain job. If you keep on dating the same kind of people and you're getting the same kind of outcome, you need to kind of question yourself, because it's not making sense. Because at that point, it's basically your type is a problem, but you keep going for that type. In regards to anything, any experience that I have in life personally, I don't hold any grudges. I literally just keep it stepping. Like, I don't hold any grudges to anybody or anything like that. I just see it as, okay, cool, going forward, what have I learned from this situation? Now that that's done, what is Winnie gonna do now? And for me, what I'm looking to do now is I'm literally just looking to do me. So for example, I have got 2 solo trips booked for later on this year. I plan, God willing, to be vlogging it. I plan to be traveling more. I plan to be socializing more, because I'm such a granny. I'm such a homebody. Like, any excuse to stay at home, that's basically me. I'm planning on keeping up doing my content creating, YouTubing. I'm hoping that Henny No Chaser podcast as well, which is doing well already. I'm hoping that that really blows up. But the point of me making this video is simply to say this: you are never too old to change careers. You are never too old to come out of a relationship that serves you no purpose and start from scratch, focus on you. You're never too old. The only person that can hold you back from making positive changes to your life is literally you. Because I could have had that choice. I could have said to myself, oh, okay, I'm 30, turning 31. I could see that for me, this relationship that I'm in is not working, because the person that I'm with keeps showing me that they're not the person for me. However, because I'm turning 31 this year, I'm just gonna stay in it and see how it goes. But no, that would serve me no purpose, and that's also not fair to the other person that's involved in a relationship as well. Yeah, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of societal pressure on women to settle down and have kids and all of that by a certain age, and then you meet certain women that are my age, or maybe they're a little bit younger, and they feel like they're a failure because they don't have a boyfriend or they don't have kids and blah blah blah. But the thing is, everybody's journey is different, you know. Maybe it was meant to be that you have that friend who is 25 and they're married and they have 2 beautiful kids, and maybe you're 28 going on 29 and you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have any kids. But maybe the right person for you is around the corner. Maybe you're not meant to marry at 28. Maybe you're meant to marry at age 35. Like, these things are not set in stone. So I'm literally just here to say that I could care less, to be honest, about cultural norms, what society expects from me, what people expect from me, what men even expect from me. I really could care less, because at this point of my life, I don't see why I need to be friends with people, or I need to be dating people, or I need to be in relationships with people that are not willing to understand our differences, are not willing to be loving, not willing to be sensitive, not willing to do what needs to be done in a relationship. Personally, we're all grown people. We know that relationships are not going to be a bed of roses 24/7. There's gonna be ups and downs all the time. But for me, I think the biggest thing that I've learned is always keep your eye on how your partner deals with disagreements. or conflicts. Because for me, that was a big eye-opener, and it's very telling of somebody's character, how they deal when you have a disagreement. Yep, had to go and wash the clay mask off. So yeah, but as I was saying, 2020 is literally we move. I'm not gonna lie, like us millennials, yeah, we have this saying of we move anytime something happens. But for me, it's literally like, you know what, we honestly move. Like, life goes on. I'm not somebody where something will happen. Hold on, guys. Right, I'm not somebody where something will happen and I'm now just gonna dwell on what's happened, because for me, that's not what life is about. Shit happens in life. In life, you will meet a variety of people. You lot know this already. La Roche-Posay's 30 SPF. I'm not gonna do a makeup look in this video, but obviously after a clay mask, your skin does feel a little bit dry, so gotta moisturize. But yeah, shit, I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not the type of person to dwell on anything. I don't dwell on any situation at all in life, because for me it's like, okay, like shit's happened, we move, literally. When a situation for me happened, I just look at what I've learned from the situation. I look at things that I could have done better. I look at what I've learned from a situation in regards to other people, and what going forward I will or will not do, or what I will or will not tolerate. It's as simple as that. So for me, I'm never gonna be like the type of woman that's gonna be like, oh, all men are blah blah blah, because for me, I feel like that's absolutely counterproductive. I've always been the type of person where I just feel like when I put into the world, the universe, what I want, it happens anyway. So I'm very confident that in due time I will meet somebody that compliments me well, and somebody who I also compliment very well. However, I'm very much at peace just focusing on just doing me. And honestly, I really hope that you guys continue to support me like you do, because I really do appreciate that. And 2020, I'm just looking to put out banging content, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's via my podcast. God willing, it's via both platforms. And yeah, as my channel grows, I'm gonna grow, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm looking at the time and I'm like, yo, if I don't stop filming and start getting ready to meet my girls, they're gonna kill me if I'm late. So I'm gonna leave this right here, but thank you so much for watching this video. You're definitely going to see me again soon, but until my next video, take care, be good.